I'm Sochi Mora. Welcome to your McAllen Minutes. If you missed the McAllen City Commission meeting of June 9th, don't worry. Here's a brief recap of what was discussed. McAllen Mayor Javier Villalobos called the meeting of the McAllen City Commission to order, and after the Pledge of Allegiance, Mayor Pro Tem Victor Sebi Haddad gave the invocation. The meeting began with a proclamation read by District 6 Commissioner Pepe Cabeza de Vaca in celebration of the South Texas Border Chapter Texas Master Naturalist 10th anniversary. The Texas Master Naturalist Program, established in 1997, develops well-informed volunteers who provide education, outreach, and service dedicated to the stewardship of Texas's natural resources. The South Texas Border Chapter, chartered in October 2015, serves Hidalgo, Starr, and Cameron counties, with more than 70 active members who contribute as guides, educators, citizen scientists, and conservation workers. Since 2015, chapter members have contributed over 14,000 volunteer hours in the city of McAllen alone, impacting more than 4,500 residents and generating an estimated $300,000 in economic value. Thank you and congratulations. Next, District 3 Commissioner Rolando Rios was joined by team members and coaches of the Mafia 956 McAllen All-Stars to proclaim the day McAllen All-Stars Mafia 956 Youth Baseball Team Day. Mafia 956 is a 6 and under baseball team proudly representing McAllen and has become one of the most dominant youth teams in the region through hard work, discipline, and an unbreakable team spirit. In just the past 8 months, these remarkable young athletes have achieved 12 tournament championships, 4 runner-up finishes, and an undefeated 8-0 record to secure first place in the McAllen League while competing and winning in both T-ball and coach pitch divisions. The team has represented McAllen with pride across the Rio Grande Valley, Portland, and Houston. Congratulations, Mafia 956, and good luck. Finally, Mayor Villalobos was joined by members of the Organization of Women Executives to celebrate their 45th anniversary. Founded in 1980, O has spent 45 years advancing the professional and business status of women in the Rio Grande Valley through leadership development, education, and economic empowerment for women executives throughout the region. O empowers women professionals through monthly luncheons, educational workshops, networking mixers, and a vibrant network that fosters personal and professional growth. O has contributed $1.6 million to the Rio Grande Valley through events, scholarships, partnerships, and service, with a total economic impact surpassing $2.5 million. Congratulations to the women of O, and keep up the good work. Under consent agenda, commissioners approved an award of service contract to Placer Labs, Inc. of Covina, California for retail software analytics in the amount of $49,350 for 1 year, with a possible option to extend the service contract for 3 additional years with city manager approval. Commissioners approved a service contract extension for 2 years to D&G Energy Corporation for their traffic signal loop detector replacement in 1-year increments. Commissioners authorized the annual submission of certificates and assurances to the Federal Transit Administration and TxDOT, which allows the City of McAllen to receive grant funding. Commissioners approved a resolution authorizing the submission of a grant application to the Texas Commission on the Arts under the Arts Respond Cultural District Project to request funding in the amount of $250,000 for the McAllen Convention Center facilities, which is seeking funding for a large-scale public event within the McAllen Cultural Arts District that features live art, performances, and cultural programming that celebrates the region's heritage and creative community. If awarded, there is a local match required of $250,000. Commissioners authorized a resolution designating the McAllen Performing Arts and the McAllen Convention Center facilities as the official local arts agency representing the City of McAllen. The designation entitles the local arts agency to promote, support, and advocate for the arts, serve as a liaison with state and national arts organizations, including the Texas Commission on the Arts, develop and administer arts programming and initiatives, and support local artists, arts organizations, and cultural institutions through sub-granting programs. Commissioners approved tax refunds over $500 to various McAllen taxpayers. Under bids and contracts, commissioners approved an award of contract to Celso Gonzalez Construction of Mission, Texas, for the construction of Suarez Park sidewalks and parking lot improvements in the amount of $61,107. Commissioners approved an award of contract to Negrete & Kohler Architects, LLP of Austin, Texas, for architectural design services for the McAllen Police Department Indoor Firearms Training Facility in the amount of $848,000. Under ordinances, Commissioners approved a mid-year budget amendment for adjusted expenses for ongoing projects for various departments. Under resolutions, Commissioners authorized the grant submission to the U.S. Department of Transportation for funding under the FY25 Safe Streets and Roads for All grant program in the amount of $4,707,208. The City of McAllen is seeking funding for the construction of an underground pedestrian crossing. The grant, if awarded, has a 20% local match required, which would amount to $1,176,802. Under Manager's Report, Commissioners heard from Finance Director Sonia Resendez, who presented the quarterly investment report for the quarter ending December 31, 2024, which is in compliance with the Public Funds Investment Act and the City's investment policy. The ending book value for the quarter was $184,526,680. The weighted average yield to maturity was 4.29%. The quarterly investment report was reviewed by the Audit Investment Committee. We hope you enjoyed this recap of your McAllen City Commission meeting. Meetings are set for the second and fourth Monday of each month. We also air the entire meeting on the McAllen Cable Network Spectrum 1300 on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. For the City of McAllen, I'm Xochitl Mora.